Hey everybody, and welcome back to Toy Picker Infinity's toy channel. And been just on a little short hiatus, as y'all know. Still dealing with some health problems and that kind of stuff, so I'll be drifting in and out of doing this stuff as I have been. But I'll try to keep up when I feel better. So jumping right back in. Today I'm going to be doing the Godaikin Daimos. And Godaikin Daimos is one of those really difficult to acquire Godaikins where they are complete. Because Daimos comes with a lot of parts in this little teeny box. Fantastic vehicle and transforming robot, and it's actually kind of one of the more beautiful ones in the robot mode just because of the colors and the chrome and that kind of stuff. But really difficult to find one of these complete, but this is mine, and this one is complete. And again, this was purchased from the Robot Japan auction a couple years ago from Ed Sanford, so this was in his collection. So it's a museum quality piece, and so I'm going to show it to you guys. So Daimos transforms from a robot to a truck, and he comes with a whole bunch of accessories. And the majority of the time when you see these Daimoses, a couple of the swords are missing or some of the missiles are missing. The chain whip is usually always broken, and it might be missing a couple of these chest shields which cover up his fans here inside his chest. But this one is complete, so man, let's get into him and take him out of the box, okay? So Daimos here comes with a interesting little cover on the inside. It doesn't really stick to it. It's just over the top, I guess, as a filler in the box. And then when you remove the cover, there he is. And he is in excellent condition. His chrome is beautiful on everything. A couple little scratches here on his sword, but you know, it actually came like this from the factory, because when Ed owned it, when it was part of the Robot Japan collection, I mean, it was new. So and it still is pretty much relatively new. There is no perfect Godaikin. I've never seen any Godaikin come out of its package without a few little scuffs or scrapes. I don't know if they're just kind of careless when they made these at Bandai or what, but you know, there's always a few little bumps, scrapes, or something on it. But anyway, this is my example. So as you can see, it comes with, you know, everything's here. All of the parts are here. Original instructions. Chain whip is unbroken, which that, like I said, is really hard to find on these. But he is in fantastic condition. So I'm going to go ahead and pop him on out of here, and we'll move his stuff aside. So here he is in his robot form, and he is very nice. He has very nice chrome. None of the wheels. Now, one of the things that you'll always find with these Daimoses is it has rubber wheels, kind of like Dairugers. Dairugers have the rubber wheels on the back just like these, and you know, it's real rubber. It's not fake plasticky looking rubber stuff. But a problem with the wheels is the wheels tend to always crack if you don't take care of them. And I think I might have one little teeny crack starting on one of the wheels, but I've been able to keep the rubber in good condition. And one way you guys can do that to take care of your robots and make sure they don't crack is put a little leather conditioner on the wheels every once in a while, maybe once a year, and that'll keep the wheels from cracking or splitting at all. and keep them nice. And so that's one of the ways to do that. So Daimos comes with, of course, all the swords, missiles. He has shooting fists, of course, just like every single, or at least the majority of our Chogokins have. He does have a missile launcher in the top, but that's for in the truck mode. All the missiles that are over here that are in the pack is for the truck mode. And also he has leg rocket launchers, and those are really for truck mode too. The leg rocket launchers here down on the legs are for truck, but they made it so they tilt forward, so he kind of can, you know, shoot rockets at you while he's running, I guess. You know, he can stand and fight and surprise you with a couple of ankle rockets and take you out, or at least do some damage to your other robot's foot, whoever's fighting him. But those are the rocket launchers he has, and then he has several different sets of swords. He has these big, huge, long swords, and these can fit in the fists. So the fists have little slots. So he doesn't hold them per se. They go in the fist slot. So he has the two different kinds of swords, the more shorter one and then the long ones. But also, these long ones can double as his spear. So if you take one of the chest shields, which the chest shields, they just pop in over the fans on his chest. If you take one of the chest shields, and you can actually slip each end of the spear into the chest shield here, and then it looks kind of like that. And then he can put it straight forward on his fist like this, and then he has a big old spear. You know, it's kind of almost too long for the robot, though. You know, it's like a Godaikin or a Lionbot or Voltron's sword. You know, it's almost too much. So I usually don't display him with these swords anyway. I use the short swords, and I just stick the short swords right in the fist slots. And he looks pretty cool with just the short swords. So usually when I have them displayed in my box, I just have these two guys in here. So he can do a little double slashing, rah, you know, and come at you. And he can get you with the double slash, you know. So that's the way I prefer him. I think it looks the best that way. Okay, now transformation. So Daimos' transformation's not too difficult. I mean, he just turns into a truck, so put this stuff away. Alrighty, so here we go. So you can do this in a number of ways. You can do the legs first, or, you know, you could do the head first or whatever. But the one thing you want to do is, you know, make sure you have it all closed up. The best thing to do is take the fists off. You don't want to leave those on because it won't totally transform correctly if you leave the fists in. Then you bend the arms so they kind of tuck in, like so. And then on the back here, you want to make sure on the back here that you open up these doors when you start to push them forward, because a lot of the times you can break the little pins up here, the brackets, if you don't have those on correctly or open correctly. But see how his arms are all tucked in there nice? And you close the trailer up. Now, so I just did a mistake here just to show you. So I close these up first. What you want to do is kind of leave them open just a little bit. And then these legs slide. And I don't know why they made it do this, but that's the way it works. They slide up in, and then they tuck in. So they tuck in like that, and then you can close the trailer, and bam. Now he is in trailer mode. And then you want to remember to, once he's in mode, you want to disconnect the head just a little bit so the trailer can swing around, so you can actually drive it like a truck and trailer. And then, like I said, he has these missile launchers on the sides of the doors, so you can open up the doors and show off his rockets. And then you can peg all the missiles in. I've never taken the missiles out, so of course, as you guys know, if I still have my stuff sealed, it might stay sealed for a while. I mean, one of these days I'll get it out and goof around with it, but, you know, I have to pull my head out and decide that I want to open it up instead of leaving it, you know, in the box. And then in the back, there's some doors in the back, and this is where Daimos's little cars. He has these little cars, and you can stick them back here, and that's where they're supposed to be stored. And then, you know, when he's in his truck, and his truck pulls up, and in the show, he jumps into his little car, and he can go driving around and come back when he needs to have his big robot to do some butt kicking. Okay, so this is my Godaikin Daimos. Very difficult, like I said, to find all the stuff. You know, pretty expensive. If you find one that's in the condition like this, you know, you're going to pay anywhere between $700 and $1,000, and that's about right for it, because again, it's getting much, much harder to find these complete like this. But this is mine, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave any questions or comments at the bottom of the screen, and I'll see you next time.